All praise to the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. Todayah for his son, Yeshua, the Lamb that was slain before the foundation of the world. And just want to welcome y'all to another edition of Prophetic Preaching. Hallelujah. And this one's going to be a little different. Today we're going to talk about why the fascination with Atlantis by the elites / secret societies. So this one we're just going to dive right into it. There was an old song called Atlantis by the Isley Brothers. It was sampled by Pastor Troy and called Atlanta. Interesting connection between those names. There was a 1992 movie, Atlantis, by Luke, short for Lucifer, Besson. You can check out Unplug 'em, Atlantis Project Genesis, and music industry. Video for more about those songs. Phineas and Ferb sang a song called Atlantis in the episode called Atlantis. Donovan also sang a song called Atlantis. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis PC game. There are currently Atlantis commercials. Paradise Island, Bahamas. One of the slides is called Serpent Slide. Now what I have to do is also let everybody know if you're not seeing those Atlantis commercials anymore, it's because these notes or whatnot was given to me in late 2014, if I'm not mistaken, or 2015. So the commercials were still running at this time. Hallelujah. Why is Atlantic City called such? Why is Atlanta called such? And why is the Atlantic Ocean called such? Is there a relationship between these names and the word Atlas also? Little Mermaid, also Disney mind control to make people want to live there or go there. Song Under the Sea. Yeah. Remember Poseidon and the Trident. There is gum named Trident also. Prometheus movie. They're releasing the second movie in 2016, which is this year now. So you can tell this is older notes. They're trying to say they found it. And BBC News source. I can only shake my head. Manly P. Hall, Masonic View, the remade New World Order. It will be like the old ancient world, so-called perfect. Suzanne Lai, Atlantis found, 31st of May 2013, Gemini. Words and wording, names involved. Always pay attention to those things. Paul Wenzweg and Pauline Zalitsky. Cuba, Black in the Yucatan, Mayan. Don't fall for these false stories coming out. Project Bluebeam. Check out Tupac Hologram and MJ Hologram. Big Atlantis Deception and Big Egyptian Deception. University of Veracruz. Academia means fraternal involvement. Universities are ran by fraternal orders. Part of the Aqua Boogie deception, leading us captive by reptiles, like pharaohs of the past, Temple of Hathor, reptilians, Sweet Dreams video. Find it if you want to see some of these things. To make it a fair game, the devil must make himself known, so one can freely choose. It's the rules. Check out Voyage to Atlantis lyrics. Material Love KRS-One. To a Paradise Out Beyond the Sea. Ron Isley's a pimp and a gatekeeper. Think of Changing Faces. Think of that group called Changing Faces. With their project, Janice name having selves. Let's continue. You also got the humanoids from Atlantis show from 1992. You got humanoids are clearly not human. Stargate Atlantis TV series from 2004 to 2009 was a spinoff from SG-1. Ariel had to sign a contract with Ursula. The price she paid was her voice. Shaking my head. She can't even talk. If she didn't get the kiss by 3 days, she turned back into a mermaid and belonged to Ursula. Shapeshifters. Ursula changed into a form of Ariel look-alike. And there was also a pope in this movie trying to marry Ursula, disguised as Ariel. And the prince at one point thought it was Ariel as well. Y'all better be careful. Watch out for these shapeshifters. Y'all better discern these spirits. Tell me. Let's continue. Triton, Ariel's dad in the movie, is Poseidon's son. According to Greek mythology, his special attribute was a twisted conch shell on which he blew like a trumpet to calm or raise waters. The largest moon of Neptune. They would sing men into a trance or hypnotic state, then the man would go after her because of her beauty, also, and drawn to death. What that be sounding like nowadays? Let's continue. Yeah, you see they made her bring out another video now recently too. As in a day or a couple days before that, and everybody talking about it. Let's continue though. The lady in Cinderella said, "Bibbidi bobbidi boo." Yes, like the DBZ characters. She said, "There were forces of the universe." So that would explain why those characters were so strong in that cartoon. They peep so much game in these cartoons and movies, and you just gotta have the eyes to see. Let's continue. So it's a mischievous spirit. Now let's talk about the trident a little further. The trident is a three-pronged spear used for fishing and historically as a pole arm. In Hindu, it is the weapon of Shiva known as Trishula. They say the trident represents the deity in his three aspects of creator, preserver, and destroyer, used to create water source. And Greece and the horse. Alright, there is actually a movie called Poseidon. It was in the year 2006. Atlas is Poseidon's son, held up celestial spheres, so-called titan of astronomy and navigation. First part of the term Atlantic Ocean refers to Sea of Atlas. Atlantis refers to Island of Atlas. Atlas, in caps, ATLAS. A toroidal LHC apparatus, which LHC, Large Hadron Collider. One of 7 particle detector experiments constructed at the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, a particle accelerator at CERN, we've been hearing so much about, which actually stands for European Organization of Nuclear Research. CERN comes from the French pronunciation, though, which is the Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire. Israel, yes, I have it in quotes, is the first and currently only non-European country granted full membership, not the United States. Interesting. Israel joined just last year, which was 2013 or 2014. Also, the birthplace of the World Wide Web began as a CERN project called Inquire. Switch the vowels and you have Inquire, Inquire. Why name it that? Who you trying to inquire of? It surely ain't the Most High. And we also need to remember academia has used the internet since the 1980s. It was commercialized in the 1990s. It's like I tell people all the time, they've had this technology for a while, and they bring it out to the masses way later to get you addicted to it. Internet and World Wide Web are two different things. Origins of Internet date back to 1960s. U.S. government commissioned research to build robust, fault-tolerant communication via computer networks. The UK, United Kingdom, and France in on it too. Precursor networks, ARPANET and Cyclades. ARPANET is an Advanced Research Project Agency net and Cyclades. Back to the Trident. The Trident is the Maserati logo. Malaysian Airlines logo. Yes, we have been hearing about these Malaysian Airlines flights. Look it up. ASU, Arizona State University mascot, of course, holds a trident. And yes, they are called the Sun Devils. It's too obvious, man. Put it right in front of our faces. Let's continue. Element on the flag of the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. Name trident used for a lot of war and travel initiatives. 3. Try, dentist, teeth, 3 teeth. This would explain why you have a gum called trident. Let's continue. Taoism. The trident represents the Taoist trinity. In the rituals, the trident bell is used to invite the presence of deities and summon spirits. In Hindu, Shiva uses it as a sacred weapon to fight off negativity in the form of evil villains. National emblem on the flag of Barbados. Aquaman has it as a magical weapon that grants its wielder great power and divine right to rule the sea. Hence, the U.S. Navy has it on their golden-colored crest. Atlantic City, New Jersey is within Atlantic County, called America's favorite playground, known for its casinos, boardwalk, and beach. Miss America pageant is there also. The inspiration for game Monopoly. Yes, that is the inspiration for the game Monopoly that many have played. Let's continue. Located on Absecon Island on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. We can't make this stuff up. Let's continue. Health resort. Health in quotes. Health resort because of the climate, according to Dr. Jonathan Pitney. Lot of evil and illegal, same thing, activities there during Prohibition. Still a lot of mess. MJ, Michael Jordan, Atlantic City connection. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to talk about Atlanta. Atlanta, there is a phoenix statue there. Come on, man. The seal says resurgence. Resurgence means rising again. And we have to then ask ourselves the question of what? Well, like we just stated, there's a phoenix statue there. Okay, let's continue. Has what looks like a bird. I believe a phoenix coming out of fire. Can't make this stuff up, people. Nicknames for Atlanta. Hotlanta. ATL, the city in a forest. The A, the gate city. Interesting. Gate to what? Right. Black Mecca, city of trees for its unique tree canopy. Chicago of the South. NY, New York of the South. Gate City of the South. Gate City of the New South. And yes, Detroit-Atlanta relationship. Thinking about from the industrial age to the technological age, and the connection between, yes, them both being seen as heavily populated areas of so-called black people, or so-called African American people. Let's continue. Atlanta was established at the intersection of two railroad lines, and the city rose from the ashes of the Civil War to become a national center of commerce. Come on, man. All this was planned. Let's understand it. Please don't be a game goofy goober, as my brother Unplugging would say. Brother Theo. Please don't be that. City too busy to hate. That's what they call it. Because of the progressive views of its citizens and leaders. Primary transportation hub of the South. Hartsfield-Jackson is the world's busiest airport. It has been for years. I'm almost 30 and it has been pretty much most of my life. Let's continue. Atlanta is considered an alpha or world city. Watch out when something is called that. 45th among world cities. And 8th in nation with gross domestic product of $270 billion. The Western and Atlantic Railroad was to provide a link between the port of Savannah and the Midwest. It was suggested that the town be renamed Atlantica Pacifica, then shortened to Atlanta. I can't make this stuff up. You can go look all this up, I'm telling you. The city was a hub for distribution of military supplies. Y'all seen them takes and all that, just somebody just riding through Atlanta some days? Yeah, let's continue. I don't think they ain't planning something, because they are. City of the New South, based on modern economy more than agriculture. We need to get back to agriculture. But let's continue. 1885, Georgia Tech founded, and city black colleges showed that city was a center for higher education. I'll put higher in quotes right there. Cotton States and International Exposition, showing this off, played a vital role during World War II due to the city's war-related manufacturing companies. I told you that's no military, man. Come on, man. Railroad network and military bases. Ah, man. Let's continue. Major organizing center of the Civil Rights Movement. 1960. Whites made up 61.7% of the population. 1970. By 1970, 10 years later, African Americans were the majority. I told you I can't make this stuff up, man. ATL, Atlanta's first black mayor, was in 1973. Maynard Jackson. ATL Airport modernized, solidifying city's role as a transportation center. Transportation is very important to communication, as is these technological advances. So understand why they beefing up cities with all these technological advances. Just understand that. Don't fall for the trap. Let's continue. Come on, man. World city. You're trying to make it a world city. One world or come on. Too many connections here, man. This ain't no coincidence, which they have you pronouncing wrong. Coincidence, yes, all these things coincide. They're linked together. Let's continue. Georgia World Congress Center. Just some of my world, man. Can make this stuff up. Not in 1976. Come on, man. The One World Trade Center that is in New York. Was 1,776 feet? Seriously? Jake, I gotta shake my head. Illuminati rebuilding, trying to rise up out of the ashes. Rise up was Falcon's slogan this year. Come on, I can't make this up, man. None of us can make this up. You can find all this information for yourself, man. Don't be no game goofy goo. Seriously though. Like the party was talking about the phoenix rising up out of the ashes, resurgence, rising again, of what? The phoenix? Come on, bro. Let's continue. Please, let's continue. And yes, one of the team name also is the Thrashers, and the other one is Hawk. So yeah, actually, all of theirs are birds. The other one is a falcon. I just didn't want to call them the Phoenixes. But pay attention to that. Let's continue. High Museum of Art, Alliance Theater, and art galleries on the once industrial West Side. It's another connection between Detroit and Atlanta. See how that says once industrial West Side? Remember the Industrial Revolution and all that was really contributed to a lot of people moving from the South to Detroit to get those jobs in those factories. Well, now you see in this city, in Atlanta, the technological revolution. So now a lot of people are trying to go down to Atlanta to what? All those blacks coming back to the South, or they're going to Atlanta to what? Find jobs, start up businesses. Just the black Michael. Let's continue. Global headquarters of many corporations. Global. Another word for globe, world. Corporations are attracted to educated workforce. Logistics still a major part of ATL economy. Hub for diplomatic missions. Yes, I put in parentheses, cause for concern. I told you, because diplomats got to do what? They got to represent for their country, and they got to communicate. That's what a diplomat does. How about these communications? Pay attention. City is a major cable television programming center. Yes, I underlined the word programming. Buddy, please tell me what this word programming means. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Yes, they're trying to program your mind a certain way. It's just like when you put in a new program on your computer. You program it so it can do something a certain way. You put in that new program for it to do what you put in for it to do. Same thing. Listen to me. CNN, TBS, and the Weather Channel are based there. I know this since I was a child. I mean, we used to go there, we could look up at those skyscrapers, and you would see TBS, TNT, CNN, the Weather Channel, all them boys. I used to love Cartoon Network. You know Cartoon Network came from one of them. They based there too. Let's continue. Info technology, Silicon Peach, growing rapidly. Center for Film and TV Production also. 2005 statewide tax incentive. Georgia Entertainment Industry Investment Act. Awards qualified productions. Tax credit of 20% of all in-state costs for film and TV investments of $500,000 or more. Also, a center of production of horror and zombie-related productions. Yes, like that ridiculous show, The Walking Dead. Yes, it is indeed based in this state. I'm telling y'all. Play. Come on. Think we playing. Can't make this stuff. Productions. Atlanta Magazine called it Zombie Capital of the World. Why would we want to live in it? Come on, man. They own magazine. Seriously? Thriller face having. Let's continue. Will be hit hard by financial crisis as evidence from 2008 crisis. Well, of course, that's going to happen. You so technological and business and stock oriented. Right. Slightly behind Detroit. Take a connection again. Slightly behind Detroit for home values. Dang. The downtown connector does look like the connector on an iPhone. Look at the inside of the iPhone. For those of you that know how to fix iPhones, or for those of you that can take off these two screws on the bottom and open it up a little bit, look at the connector. Then find an image of the connector of downtown Atlanta. I'm telling you, it looks like connecting the iPhone. I cannot make this stuff up, brother. Age of Aquarius. Info age. In Aquarius. Yeah. Let's go to Daniel 12 and 4, because it did say in there about knowledge increase. So let's go to Daniel. This word is always true, man. Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro. And that's what people doing all the time, running to and fro. And knowledge shall be increased. Your knowledge shall be increased. Are you getting the right knowledge, though? Well, Ephesians 2 and 2. Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. I said it was a world city. I can't make this stuff up. Come on, man. I can't make this stuff up. City get wicked and more wicked every doggone day or second, it seems. It's like the way our country going. Come on, man. Aquarius, even though it has aqua, which is water, at beginning is an air sign. Knowledge, technology. Electricity goes through the air. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Let's continue. The fifth dimension, reptilian / Atlantis. Stan Lee of Marble Job is to turn story of Nephilim into a good, in quotes, story. Lie. Yes, when people say, tell stories. That kind of tell stories what we talking about, which is a lie. And make them into heroes, or Herus. Yes, Heru is one of the Egyptian so-called gods. But no, he's a demon. Sorry. Woe unto them that make evil good and good evil. Aquarius leads into Pisces. Fish. For water. It was the lie that knowledge would give man freedom. They'd be as gods. Lie. Eating from the tree. The Apple logo on the back of your doggone iPhone that you got. Is what they was trying to say. They trying to say, this thing right here is going to give you access to more knowledge, giving you more freedom if you eat this from this tree. Now, we don't know for sure that it was an apple, but that's a bitten fruit, and that's what they're hinting at. Yeah, it's right in front of your eyes, man. He made this stuff up. Those entities have to live in hiding or other dimensions. But the so-called new Atlantis is going to welcome them with open arms. Like that song called With Arms Wide Open. Yeah. You can see them through this new technology. So yes, your smart TV spies on you. They slowly but surely reveal themselves, conditioning for people, but alerts those who are to fight the good fight, like we gotta do. Those that are here for the true kingdom, not for this false system of the world that they setting up using Atlanta